Hashtag Save the Children is going viral online. It is going viral, especially on Facebook. I've seen it elsewhere. People are talking about it all over the place. If you needed any evidence or any confirmation that we are winning, that we are bringing awareness, that we are spreading love and light to the world, this should be it. Because out of all of our experiences, all of our suffering, all of our pain, we are finally stopping what has been going on in the world. We are finally realizing the truth, and it is being shared across the entire world. And it can't be ignored. Did you see the Trolls doll? Right? Some people were calling it ridiculous. They are taking the toys off of the shelves. And at what point in this entire world is it okay to put a button on the private parts of a doll meant for children? What are they going to do? Make it fall down on its how? So, the realization we have from this is that we are making waves. We are changing the fabric of our reality with our intentions, with our love, and with our awareness of what's going on. Now the question is, how do we move forward? How do we move forward? Because I have begun to see posts that are talking about men and their actions. And one thing I think we have to be aware of what the future of our civilization and our society looks like. And we have to realize that it is individual people and it is not categorized by certain specific types of people as to why things have happened, although it could be. Some of you may disagree with this, and that is okay, because you have a voice now, right? When I say you have a voice now, I say that because a lot of us didn't. A lot of us had been going through life and people didn't understand us, they didn't acknowledge us, they didn't tell us that they knew what we were talking about. So we had to go at it alone. We had to go at it without the confirmation, without the talking of other people. But now we have a voice. And our voice cannot be stopped. And it is a voice of love. It is a voice of compassion for the children, for ourselves, for the people and the brothers and sisters around us who do truly understand what is going on and they do truly get what is happening. We have a voice now. And that voice will not be stopped. And we will not be slowing down. We will not be stopping spreading this love and light. But I must give you something to think about. What happens when we blame one side of life? What happens when we blame one faction? All we do is we split ourselves, we separate ourselves, we segment ourselves again. We do it again, we repeat the pattern all over again, and we separate ourselves from people. We have to unite. We have to unify. We have to. If we do not unify, it is in my deepest knowledge, it is in my deepest understanding that we will only have half of the strength necessary to make this full change on planet Earth. We need men, we need women. We need men, we need women. We need both energies. We need men that are in tune with their masculine and feminine. We need women that are in tune with their masculine and feminine. If there are women that are so focused on the feminine they don't acknowledge the masculine, it's half of a whole. If we acknowledge men that are only focused on their lower dimensional masculine and not their feminine or anything else, we will have only half of a whole. We have to be unified in both energies. We have to stand together in both energies. And this is why it is important that you give yourself time. Ask yourself, is there anything true about what I'm saying in this video? Is there anything accurate about what I'm saying in this video? Are there men out there who are good men? Are there women out there who are good women? I know a lot of good men. I know a lot of good women. I know a lot of bad women, and I know a lot of bad men. People who make bad choices, people who do things that are not in the best interest of other people and only in the interest of themselves. That is the categorization that I would give to a bad individual, somebody who is classed as bad. Not that they're bad, it's just they consistently make choices that only benefit themselves. Which of course is a paradox, because if you love other people, if you do for other people with sacred boundaries and detachment, you will therefore do for yourself as well, because you will get it reciprocated, given back to you. We have to ask ourselves a question: what do we do moving forwards? We need the strength of both energies. We need the strength of both energies, because there will be a lot of children, there will be a lot of people who are in pain over what is beginning to come out, what is beginning to be released to the world. Some of you are already in pain because of it. We stand with you. I stand with you. I stand with the children. Usually I'm aware of everything that goes on, but usually I keep myself out of the content, but this has to be spoken about. This has to be talked about. This has to be realised and spread around the world, and I will also do my part in doing so. Because I will say it again, and I said it in another video, children will always be off limits. I don't care what medical condition is put out there, I don't care what people are talked about, children will always be off limits. And we've heard about the Clintons, we've heard about Epstein, we've heard about the island, we've heard about the list. There are men and women on that list. The question is, how do we respond to those people? What do we do now? Do we continue with violence or do we continue with something else? I'm not telling you either or, you must decide. You ask yourself, what's the solution? I know what some of the comments down below are going to be. We've got to ask ourselves, where do we go from here? How are we supposed to bring this city of light on earth when violence and I don't know the answer to that question, my friends, and I won't pretend to, because I understand the feelings and I understand why people would suggest some of the horrible things they're suggesting to those people. I understand it. The question is, how do we move forwards? The children will always be a priority. You don't come into this earth with hate in your heart. We come into this earth with innocence, with creative potential, with pure inspiration in our hearts, looking to enjoy the beauty of this world, the peace of this world, what it can offer. And it's only along the lines that it gets tainted, that it gets conditioned and bullied into submission. We are pure creative beings, especially when we're young. People think children are stupid. They are not. They are extremely intelligent. The question is, what do we do now? I stand with you. Save the children. I stand with you. And there is not anybody on this planet who will be able to tell us differently. Children are off limits. And always will be. Their innocence, their love, their light is what will change the world. They will always be off limits. Love and light to you all. We're making changes. We are making waves. I stand with you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.